Ladies and gentlemen, life often feels like a long, unpredictable journey. In the middle of our struggles and uncertainties, it's easy to lose sight of why we started certain good habits in the first place. But remember, just because you can't see the full picture doesn't mean the story isn't unfolding beautifully. Here are 6 key points to guide you on this journey. Number 1. Small steps create big changes. Small steps may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but they are the foundation of substantial change and lasting progress. Often, when people envision change, they imagine monumental shifts happening overnight. They dream of waking up one morning to find that everything is different: healthier bodies, successful careers, stronger relationships. However, reality works differently. Transformations that last are built on small, consistent actions rather than grand gestures or sudden breakthroughs. When it comes to achieving any goal, whether personal or professional, the power of small steps cannot be underestimated. These incremental moves may appear trivial or unimportant, but they have a cumulative impact that grows over time. It's like planting a seed. At first, you see nothing but soil. Days go by and still nothing seems to change. But beneath the surface, roots are forming, gathering strength, preparing to break through. Eventually, the plant emerges, small but resilient, and continues to grow. The process of growth is not immediate, but it's steady, and it begins with that single seed being planted. One of the reasons small steps are so powerful is that they are manageable and sustainable. Imagine deciding to overhaul your entire lifestyle in one go, completely changing your diet, exercising every day, and adopting new routines all at once. It's overwhelming, and more often than not, it leads to burnout. On the other hand, committing to drinking an extra glass of water each day or taking a short walk after dinner is achievable. These small adjustments don't disrupt your life but slowly integrate into your routine, laying the groundwork for larger changes. Moreover, taking small steps helps build momentum. The human brain thrives on accomplishment. Each small goal met, each tiny victory, releases a dose of satisfaction and motivation. This positive reinforcement encourages you to keep going. The sense of progress, however modest, builds confidence. It tells you that you are capable of change and that your efforts are yielding results. This mindset shift is crucial. When you focus on making small, consistent improvements, you no longer feel overwhelmed by the distance between where you are and where you want to be. Instead, you concentrate on the next step, which feels within reach. Small steps also foster discipline. By committing to simple actions every day, you develop a habit of consistency. Whether it's writing a paragraph daily if you aspire to be an author or practicing an instrument for 10 minutes if you aim to be a musician, these brief but regular efforts cultivate dedication. Discipline is not about grand gestures but about maintaining effort when motivation wanes. Small steps make this easier because they are less daunting and don't require an enormous amount of willpower. Over time, what once seemed difficult becomes a natural part of your routine. In the realm of personal growth, small steps often mean changing your mindset one thought at a time. Perhaps you want to become more positive or less reactive to stress. Instead of aiming to be an entirely new person overnight, start with a single thought. When a negative idea arises, counter it with a positive one. When stress hits, practice taking a deep breath before reacting. These minor shifts in your thinking may seem insignificant at first, but they lay the foundation for greater emotional resilience and a healthier mindset. Professionally, small steps are equally significant. Whether you aim to build a successful business or develop a new skill, breaking the process into tiny tasks makes it more manageable. Instead of focusing on launching an entire project, start by researching your idea or drafting a simple plan. Each completed step not only brings you closer to your goal, but also equips you with knowledge and experience to tackle the next challenge. This incremental approach allows you to adapt and learn as you move forward, reducing the risk of feeling stuck or overwhelmed. Socially and relationally, small steps are vital too. Strengthening relationships does not require grand declarations or extraordinary acts. Often, it's the small gestures that matter. listening attentively, expressing gratitude, showing up when it counts. These everyday actions build trust and affection over time. In conflict resolution, taking a moment to pause and communicate calmly rather than reacting impulsively can transform the outcome. Relationships flourish not because of one-time efforts, but through consistent, thoughtful actions. The philosophy of small steps also guards against the fear of failure. When the stakes are lower, the fear of not succeeding is diminished. This, in turn, encourages risk-taking and experimentation. Trying something small, like testing a new hobby or initiating a brief conversation with someone new, feels safer than diving headfirst into a significant change. These smaller risks can build your confidence to tackle bigger challenges later. It's essential to remember that the accumulation of small steps leads to compound growth. Just as saving a small amount regularly can lead to substantial financial savings over time, small actions in any area of life add up. The consistency of effort, rather than its magnitude, is what ultimately drives progress. Consider how daily reading, even if it's just a few pages, can lead to finishing dozens of books in a year, or how doing a few minutes of exercise consistently can lead to significant health improvements. The key is persistence. The beauty of taking small steps lies in their accessibility. You don't have to be in perfect condition or possess remarkable willpower to begin. You just need to commit to doing something manageable and repeat it. The world often celebrates grand achievements and monumental changes, but the truth is, those successes are the results of countless small steps taken over time. They are the quiet victories no one sees, the incremental progress that eventually snowballs into something remarkable. In a world that often demands quick fixes and instant results, embracing the power of small steps is an act of patience and wisdom. It acknowledges that meaningful change takes time and that persistence outweighs perfection. So, when you feel like giving up because progress seems slow, remember that every small step counts. Each one is a building block, contributing to the larger story of your growth. Trust in the process, continue to take those steps, and know that eventually they will lead you to your destination. Number 2. Struggles build resilience. Struggles are an inevitable part of the human experience. They come in many forms: personal setbacks, professional challenges, emotional hardships, or physical obstacles. While these moments often feel overwhelming and disheartening, they serve a critical purpose in shaping who we are. It is through struggles that we develop resilience, a quality that allows us to endure hardship, adapt to change, and emerge stronger on the other side. This resilience is not just a trait, but a vital life skill, one that empowers us to face future challenges with greater confidence and strength. When we encounter difficulties, our first instinct might be to avoid or escape them. It's natural to seek comfort and stability, to long for a life without obstacles. However, if we truly examine the lives of those we admire, whether historical figures, modern leaders, or even personal mentors, we'll find that their greatest achievements often arose from their most challenging moments. These individuals did not reach their heights by avoiding struggle, but by confronting it head-on. They learned to see their struggles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones toward growth. Resilience is not something we are born with in full measure. It is a muscle, one that grows stronger with each test it faces. Just as physical muscles require resistance to strengthen, our emotional and mental resilience depends on adversity. Each challenge we overcome adds another layer to our character, making us more robust and prepared for the future. It's through this repeated exposure to difficulty that we learn to adapt, persevere, and ultimately thrive. One of the most powerful aspects of struggle is the way it forces us to confront our fears and limitations. It strips away the comfort of routine and predictability, pushing us to our limits. In these moments, we discover our true capabilities. We learn that we are far more resourceful, determined, and courageous than we might have believed. This self-discovery is a critical part of resilience. It teaches us that setbacks are not final, that failure is not fatal, and that even in the darkest times, we have the strength to rise again. Moreover, struggles teach us the value of patience and perseverance. In a world that often emphasizes instant gratification and quick success, facing hardship reminds us that meaningful growth takes time. It teaches us to stay committed even when results are slow to appear. This patience is what separates those who give up at the first sign of difficulty from those who achieve lasting success. The most profound transformations do not happen overnight, but through sustained effort and determination. Struggles also deepen our empathy and compassion. When we have faced our own battles, we become more understanding of others' hardships. This connection to others, born out of shared adversity, strengthens our relationships and creates a sense of community. We become more patient, less judgmental, and more willing to offer support, knowing firsthand how powerful a kind word or a helping hand can be in times of struggle. Furthermore, challenges provide clarity and purpose. When life is easy, it's tempting to drift along without direction, but hardship forces us to reflect on our priorities. It compels us to reassess our goals and values, to question what truly matters. In these moments, we often find a renewed sense of purpose. The adversity we face becomes a catalyst for self-discovery, revealing what we are willing to fight for and what we truly value. Importantly, struggles teach us the art of letting go. They remind us that not everything is within our control, and that sometimes, despite our best efforts, things will not go as planned. This acceptance of life's unpredictability can be liberating. It frees us from the illusion of control and teaches us to focus on what we can change while making peace with what we cannot. This perspective is a crucial component of resilience, allowing us to move forward without being paralyzed by fear or regret. In the end, struggles shape us in ways that comfort and ease never could. They reveal our hidden strengths, refine our character, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and others. While no one seeks out hardship, those who embrace it as a necessary part of growth find themselves better equipped to handle whatever life throws their way. They become more adaptable, more courageous, and more determined. So, the next time you find yourself in the midst of a struggle, remember that you are in the process of building something invaluable: resilience. Each setback, each moment of doubt, and each difficult decision is a building block in the foundation of a stronger, more capable version of yourself. Embrace the struggle, for it is through these trials that we become the people we are meant to be. And as you move forward, you will find that the strength you gain in these challenging times will not only serve you, but also inspire others to face their own struggles with courage and determination. Number 3. Consistency defines success. Consistency is one of the most powerful forces in achieving success. It is the steady, repeated effort that transforms dreams into reality, small actions into major achievements, and potential into performance. While talent, intelligence, and opportunity are valuable, they pale in comparison to the impact of consistency over time. Consistency is what sets apart those who merely wish for success from those who actually achieve it. It is the foundation upon which all lasting accomplishments are built. At its core, consistency is about commitment. It is the decision to show up and put in the effort, not just when motivation is high or circumstances are perfect, but every single day, regardless of the challenges that arise. This reliability in action creates a powerful momentum, turning small, seemingly insignificant steps into significant progress over time. For instance, consider an athlete training for the Olympics. It is not one intense workout that makes them a champion, but the thousands of hours spent in disciplined, consistent practice, pushing their limits day in and day out. Consistency also breeds discipline. It demands that you stick to your goals even when the initial excitement fades, when the journey gets tough, or when distractions threaten to pull you off course. It is easy to start something new, a diet, a business, a fitness routine, but maintaining that effort requires a different level of commitment. This discipline, developed through consistent action, becomes a defining characteristic of successful people. They understand that true progress comes not from occasional bursts of effort, but from sustained dedication. Moreover, consistency builds trust and reliability, both in yourself and in the eyes of others. When you consistently meet deadlines, keep promises, and follow through on commitments, you earn the trust of those around you. This trust is crucial in both personal and professional relationships. Employers promote those they can rely on, clients stick with businesses that deliver consistently, and friendships deepen when people know they can count on each other. This reliability becomes a cornerstone of long-term success, creating a reputation that opens doors to new opportunities. Another critical aspect of consistency is the compound effect it creates. Just like compound interest in finance, the small actions you repeat daily add up over time, leading to exponential growth. For instance, reading just a few pages of a book each day may seem insignificant, but over the course of a year, it adds up to dozens of books, potentially transforming your knowledge base and perspective. Similarly, saving a small amount of money each month might not seem impactful initially, but over years, it can lead to significant financial security. This compounding power is often underestimated, but is a vital element in achieving long-term goals. Consistency also fosters mastery. Whether it's learning a new language, playing a musical instrument, or perfecting a skill, repetition is the key to improvement. Each time you practice, your brain strengthens the neural pathways associated with that activity, making it easier and more intuitive over time. This is why athletes, musicians, and experts in every field spend countless hours honing their craft. They understand that excellence is not a single event, but the result of consistent practice and continuous learning. In addition to skill development, consistency provides clarity and focus. It helps you identify what works and what doesn't, allowing you to refine your approach over time. This continuous feedback loop is essential for growth, as it helps you avoid the pitfalls of aimless effort and wasted time. By sticking with a plan, even when progress seems slow, you gain deeper insights into your strengths, weaknesses, and potential for improvement. This clarity is what allows you to make the necessary adjustments that lead to success. Consistency also shapes your identity. When you repeatedly engage in a particular behavior, it becomes part of who you are. For example, if you consistently prioritize health and fitness, you start to see yourself as a healthy person. This identity shift reinforces your commitment, making it easier to maintain the habits that support your goals. This psychological transformation is powerful as it aligns your self-image with the person you aspire to become, creating a positive feedback loop that fuels further consistency. Importantly, consistency helps you overcome the inevitable setbacks and failures that are part of any worthwhile journey. When you commit to regular, sustained effort, you develop resilience, the ability to bounce back from disappointment. Instead of being discouraged by temporary setbacks, you learn to see them as part of the process, a necessary step on the path to mastery. This mindset shift is crucial, as it prevents you from giving up when progress stalls or obstacles arise. Finally, consistency creates a legacy. It is what leaves a lasting impact, not just in terms of personal achievement, but also in the influence you have on others. People remember those who show up consistently, who lead by example, and who persevere even in the face of adversity. This lasting impression is what creates a true legacy, one that extends beyond individual success to inspire others to reach their potential as well. In a world that often glorifies instant success and overnight fame, the power of consistency is sometimes overlooked. But those who understand its value know that lasting success is not about quick wins or fleeting moments of brilliance, but about the steady, relentless pursuit of excellence. It is about showing up, putting in the work, and staying committed, even when the rewards are not immediate. This approach may lack the glamour of a dramatic breakthrough, but it is the only path to true mastery and enduring success. Number 4. Progress over perfection is a mindset that emphasizes consistent improvement rather than flawless execution. It encourages you to take action even when conditions are less than ideal, to learn from mistakes, and to value growth over the unrealistic pursuit of perfection. This approach is not just about achieving goals, but about embracing the journey itself, recognizing that each step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your potential. Perfectionism can be a significant barrier to success. It often leads to paralysis, where the fear of making mistakes or not achieving a flawless outcome prevents you from even starting. This mindset can be particularly damaging because it sets an impossibly high standard, one that even the most talented and dedicated individuals struggle to meet. As a result, perfectionists often find themselves stuck in a cycle of overthinking, self-doubt, and procrastination, delaying their progress indefinitely. In contrast, those who prioritize progress understand that taking imperfect action is far more valuable than waiting for the perfect moment or perfect plan. Choosing progress over perfection also fosters a healthier relationship with failure. When you allow yourself to make mistakes, you gain the freedom to experiment, to innovate, and to take risks. This willingness to fail is a critical part of growth. Many of the world's greatest achievements came from those who were unafraid to stumble along the way. They understood that each setback is a stepping stone, each mistake a lesson. Thomas Edison, for example, famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, yet each failed attempt brought him closer to his breakthrough. His story is a powerful reminder that success is often a messy, nonlinear process, one that rewards persistence over perfection. Moreover, a progress-focused mindset helps combat the fear of judgment. When you prioritize improvement over flawlessness, you are less likely to be held back by the opinions of others. This shift in perspective allows you to take bold steps, express your creativity, and push your limits without the constant worry of being criticized. It liberates you from the pressure of living up to unrealistic expectations, and instead encourages you to define success on your own terms. This self-acceptance is crucial because it builds confidence, fuels motivation, and allows you to stay focused on your goals without being derailed by external opinions. Another significant benefit of choosing progress over perfection is that it builds resilience. When you view each effort as a learning opportunity, setbacks become less daunting. You develop a growth mindset, one that sees challenges as opportunities to improve rather than as threats to your self-worth. This resilience is critical for long-term success, as it keeps you moving forward even in the face of adversity. It teaches you to adapt, to overcome obstacles, and to bounce back stronger after each setback. In contrast, perfectionism often leads to a fragile mindset, one that crumbles at the first sign of failure. This approach also encourages consistency. When you focus on progress, you are more likely to take regular, meaningful action toward your goals. This steady effort, even if imperfect, creates momentum, turning small steps into significant achievements over time. This consistency compounds, much like investing small amounts of money over time, leads to significant financial growth. The power of this compounding effect cannot be overstated. It is the secret behind many success stories, where small, daily actions add up to extraordinary results over months and years. Furthermore, embracing progress over perfection fosters creativity and innovation. When you let go of the need for flawless execution, you free yourself to explore new ideas, take creative risks, and push beyond the conventional boundaries of your field. This openness to experimentation is essential for breakthroughs, as it allows you to discover unexpected solutions and develop unique approaches that set you apart. In contrast, the pursuit of perfection often stifles creativity, as it demands predictable, error-free outcomes, leaving little room for the kind of bold thinking that leads to true innovation. This mindset also enhances your overall well-being. The constant pressure to be perfect can lead to burnout, anxiety, and dissatisfaction. In contrast, when you focus on progress, you are more likely to experience a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Each small win, each step forward, boosts your confidence and reinforces your commitment to your goals. This positive reinforcement creates a virtuous cycle where success fuels more success, ultimately leading to greater happiness and satisfaction in both your personal and professional life. Importantly, choosing progress over perfection allows you to appreciate the journey, not just the destination. It teaches you to find joy in the process of becoming, to celebrate each milestone, and to view setbacks as valuable parts of your story. This perspective can make even the most challenging goals feel more achievable, as it shifts your focus from the daunting task of being perfect to the more manageable goal of simply moving forward. In a world that often celebrates flawless achievements and overnight success, it can be tempting to aim for perfection. But those who achieve lasting success understand that the real magic lies in progress. The small, steady steps that add up over time, the lessons learned through trial and error, and the courage to keep going even when the path is unclear. By embracing this mindset, you not only increase your chances of success, but also cultivate a deeper sense of purpose, resilience, and fulfillment. Ultimately, progress over perfection is about making the most of each day, each effort, and each opportunity. It is about believing in your ability to grow, to adapt, and to improve, regardless of where you start. It is a powerful mindset that transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary results, reminding you that perfection is not the goal, but progress is. Number 5. Every day is a fresh page. Every day is a fresh page, a new beginning filled with potential and opportunity. It is a chance to start over, to rewrite your story, and to move closer to the life you want to live. This mindset is both powerful and liberating, as it frees you from the weight of past mistakes and missed opportunities, allowing you to focus on what you can control, the present moment. When you view each day as a fresh page, you begin to see life as a series of small, meaningful moments rather than a single, overwhelming journey. This perspective shifts your focus from past regrets and future anxieties to the here and now, where real change is possible. It reminds you that no matter what happened yesterday, today is an opportunity to make different choices, to take new actions, and to create a better version of yourself. This mindset encourages you to approach each morning with a sense of curiosity and possibility, ready to embrace whatever comes your way. One of the most significant benefits of this approach is that it reduces the mental burden of past mistakes. Too often, people carry the weight of their past like a heavy backpack, dragging them down and limiting their potential. They replay their failures, regret missed opportunities, and dwell on moments they cannot change. This negative self-talk creates a cycle of self-doubt and inertia, making it difficult to move forward. However, when you choose to view each day as a fresh page, you break this cycle. You allow yourself the freedom to learn from your past without being defined by it, turning each mistake into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. This mindset also encourages resilience. Life is full of setbacks, disappointments, and unexpected challenges. But when you approach each day as a new beginning, you become more adaptable. You learn to recover quickly from setbacks, to let go of yesterday's troubles, and to focus on what you can do today to improve your situation. This resilience is a crucial trait for long-term success, as it keeps you moving forward even in the face of adversity. It teaches you that no failure is final, no mistake permanent, and that each sunrise brings a fresh opportunity to try again. Moreover, treating each day as a fresh page helps you stay present and mindful. It encourages you to fully engage with the present moment, to appreciate the small joys of life, and to find meaning in your daily actions. This presence of mind not only reduces stress and anxiety, but also enhances your overall sense of well-being. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, from what you cannot control to what you can, creating a more positive and fulfilling life experience. This approach also fosters a growth mindset. When you view each day as a chance to improve, you become more open to learning, more willing to take risks, and more accepting of failure. You understand that progress is not always linear, and that growth often comes from the lessons learned in difficult times. This mindset encourages you to keep pushing your limits, to challenge yourself, and to embrace the discomfort of change, knowing that each day is an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Another powerful aspect of this mindset is the sense of possibility it creates. When you start each day with a blank slate, you free yourself from the limitations of past experiences and the expectations of others. You open your mind to new ideas, new opportunities, and new ways of thinking. This openness is essential for personal and professional growth, as it allows you to adapt to changing circumstances, to seize unexpected opportunities, and to reinvent yourself when necessary. This perspective also helps you stay motivated. It is easy to feel overwhelmed when you focus solely on long-term goals or distant dreams, but when you break your journey into daily steps, each day becomes a manageable, achievable part of the bigger picture. This approach builds momentum, turning small wins into significant progress over time. It reminds you that each morning is a chance to take a step closer to your goals, no matter how far away they may seem. Importantly, viewing each day as a fresh page also encourages gratitude. When you wake up with the mindset that today is a new opportunity, you become more aware of the small blessings in your life. You appreciate the simple moments, a sunrise, a kind word, a quiet cup of coffee, realizing that these are the building blocks of a meaningful life. This gratitude not only enhances your mood but also strengthens your resilience as it helps you focus on the positive aspects of your journey. Finally, this mindset cultivates self-compassion. It reminds you that you are a work in progress, that perfection is not the goal, and that each day is a chance to try again. It encourages you to be patient with yourself, to forgive your mistakes, and to celebrate your small victories. This self-kindness is essential for long-term happiness and success, as it allows you to bounce back from setbacks, stay motivated during difficult times, and remain committed to your goals despite the inevitable challenges you will face. In the end, viewing each day as a fresh page is about living intentionally, about making the most of the time you have, and about believing in your ability to change, grow, and achieve. It is a powerful reminder that your past does not define you, that your future is unwritten, and that each new day is a precious opportunity to create the life you want. So, embrace this mindset, seize each morning, and remember that today is a new beginning, a blank page waiting to be filled with the story of your choosing. Number 6. Believe in the bigger picture. Believing in the bigger picture is a powerful mindset that can transform the way you approach life. It is the understanding that your current struggles, efforts, and sacrifices are part of a larger journey toward a meaningful goal. This perspective helps you stay focused and motivated, even when immediate results are hard to see. It reminds you that every small step, every setback, and every moment of doubt is contributing to a larger, more significant purpose. It is about seeing beyond the present, trusting in the process, and keeping your eyes fixed on the long-term vision, even when the path is unclear. One of the most important aspects of believing in the bigger picture is having a clear sense of purpose. Purpose provides direction, a reason to keep going even when the road gets tough. It is the why behind your actions, the deeper motivation that pushes you to keep moving forward. For some, this might be building a successful career, creating a better life for their family, or making a positive impact on the world. For others, it might be personal growth, self-discovery, or the pursuit of a lifelong passion. Whatever your purpose, it serves as a guiding light, reminding you that your efforts today are part of a much larger, more meaningful journey. This mindset also helps you put setbacks into perspective. Life is full of challenges, disappointments, and unexpected twists. But when you believe in the bigger picture, you see these obstacles as temporary, not defining. Instead of viewing failures as the end of the road, you recognize them as valuable lessons, necessary steps on the path to success. This shift in perspective is critical, as it prevents you from giving up when things don't go as planned. It teaches you that setbacks are not roadblocks but stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to your ultimate goal. Believing in the bigger picture also cultivates patience. In a world that often demands quick results and instant gratification, this mindset helps you stay focused on long-term goals rather than short-term rewards. It teaches you to trust the process, to remain committed even when progress is slow, and to appreciate the small wins along the way. This patience is a powerful asset, as it keeps you grounded during challenging times and prevents you from making rash decisions driven by frustration or fear. Moreover, this perspective builds resilience. When you have a clear vision of your bigger picture, you become more resilient in the face of adversity. You learn to push through difficult moments, to rise above negativity, and to keep moving forward, no matter how hard things get. This resilience is what separates those who achieve lasting success from those who give up when the journey becomes difficult. It is the strength to keep going when others quit, the courage to keep believing when others lose hope. Believing in the bigger picture also encourages self-discipline. It reminds you that every choice you make, every action you take, is either moving you closer to or further away from your goals. This awareness helps you prioritize your time, energy, and resources more effectively. It encourages you to make sacrifices, to stay focused, and to avoid distractions that can pull you off course. This discipline is essential, as it creates the consistency needed to turn dreams into reality. Another significant benefit of this mindset is the sense of meaning it brings to your life. When you believe in a bigger purpose, even the smallest tasks take on greater significance. You find meaning in the mundane, purpose in the ordinary, and value in the routine. This sense of purpose can be deeply fulfilling, as it connects your daily actions to a larger narrative, giving you a reason to get up each morning with a sense of enthusiasm and drive. This perspective also fosters a sense of hope and optimism. When you believe in the bigger picture, you are more likely to stay positive, even in difficult times. You focus on the possibilities rather than the limitations, on the potential for growth rather than the risk of failure. This optimism is crucial, as it fuels your motivation, keeps your spirits high, and helps you overcome the inevitable challenges you will face on your journey. Importantly, believing in the bigger picture also helps you build stronger relationships. When you share your vision with others, you attract like-minded individuals who share your values and support your goals. These connections can be incredibly powerful, providing encouragement, guidance, and inspiration when you need it most. They remind you that you are not alone in your journey and that others believe in your potential as much as you do. Finally, this mindset gives you the courage to take risks and step out of your comfort zone. When you believe in a bigger purpose, you become less afraid of failure, more willing to take bold steps, and more prepared to embrace the unknown. You understand that great achievements often require great risks, and that the fear of failure should never hold you back from pursuing your dreams. In the end, believing in the bigger picture is about having faith in your journey, trusting that each day, each effort, and each challenge is bringing you closer to the life you want to live. It is about seeing beyond the immediate struggles and staying committed to your long-term goals, even when the path is unclear. This mindset not only leads to greater success, but also creates a deeper, more meaningful life, one filled with purpose, passion, and a sense of lasting fulfillment. So, keep your eyes on the bigger picture, stay true to your purpose, and never lose sight of the incredible potential that lies within you. So, don't quit. Keep those good habits alive, keep moving forward, and trust that the story being written for you is more beautiful than you can imagine. Thank you.